Welcome to my pre-algebra class. We're on chapter 12, section 1. And we're working with probability and odds. An outcome in probability is the possible result of an experiment, like rolling a die. You could get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. Equally likely means that each outcome has equal chance of occurring. If you have a fair die, there's an equal chance of getting a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. And the event is the group of results, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. So probability is the probability of, usually E, of an event, is the number of favorable outcomes over all possible outcomes. So if I want the probability of rolling a 6 on a die, there's only one 6 on a die, and the number of all possible outcomes, there are 6 possibilities, so it'd be 1 6. The probability of rolling an even number on a die, you have a 2 is an even number, a 4, and a 6, so there are 3 favorable outcomes. Out of all possible outcomes, 6. And then we always simplify our fractions. Odds are the number of favorable outcomes over the total number of unfavorable outcomes. So the odds of rolling a 6 would be 1 to 5. And the odds of an even number, there are 3 evens to 3 odds, so it's 1 to 1. So that basically explains odds. You need to get a piece of paper headed, and we're going to be doing the evens on 543, starting with the guided practice, which is actually on 542. So we're starting with number 2. Write each expression in symbols. The probability of this spinner lands in a color that is not red. So P stands for probability. The event is not red. And it equals 1/2. Problem number 4, 3, 4, 5. Write each expression in words. Assume that a spinner has been spun. 4 says the probability that a spinner lands on a number greater than 2. Number 6, the spinner shown is spun. So we have the spinner, and it has 4 sections. There's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And this spinner is, I'll see if I can find some markers here. This spinner is red. This spinner is red, or that section. This is blue. It looks black to me. This is blue, and this is white. So number 6, the spinner shown is spun, list all possible outcomes. Well, the outcomes would be, you could land on a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. So those are all your outcomes. Problem number 8, for find each probability for the spinner that was shown right here. So number 8, the probability of the spinner landing on a 2. Well, there's one way to get the 2 out of 4 possibilities, so it's 1/4. Use 2 lines for fractions, please. Number 10, the probability of a 5. Well, on this spinner, there are no 5s, so that's 0. It's impossible. Number 12, the probability that it lands on an even number. Well, 2 and 4 are even numbers. The others are odd, so there's 2 out of 4, which is 1/2. Number 14, find the odds in favor of each event for the spinner shown back here. So number 14, the odds in favor of getting red. Well, there are 2 reds on the spinner, so it's 2. To the number that are not red, there are 2 not red, so it's 2 to 2, which we simplified 1 to 1. And number 16, not blue, on that spinner. There are 3 that are not blue, so there's 3 ways of getting blue to 1 way of not getting blue, so it's 3 to 1. Now we're on the exercises. Number 2, the directions are use the spinner at the right, find each probability. So we have this spinner, and it has these are supposed to be equally likely. So it has 6 sections numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these 2 are red. This is blue. And the rest are white. So number 2, the probability of a 2 or a 3. So how many ways can I have that happen? It could land on the 2 or the 3. That's 2. Out of how many total possibilities? There are 6 sections. So that's 1/3. Be sure and simplify. Problem number 4, the probability of getting a blue. Well, looking at the spinner, there's only 1 way to get a blue section out of 6, so it's 1/6. Number 6, the probability of a number divisible by 3. Looking at the numbers, 3 is divisible by 3 and 6 is divisible by 3, so there are 2 out of the 6, which simplifies to 1/3. Be sure you show me the original fraction and then the simplified one, if it can be simplified. Number 8, the probability of getting a 5. Well, looking at the spinner, there's only 1 way to get a 5 out of 6 possibilities. And number 10, the probability of the spinner landing on a number greater than 0. Well, all the numbers are bigger than 0, so that's 6 out of 6, which is certain to happen. That's what we call probability of 1. The next section, we have a spinner again. And it's divided into 5 sections. Each the same size. I'll try my best to get that to happen. And this time the spinner, the sections are labeled U, V, W, X, Y. And the colors, the Y is red, the W is red, and the U is blue. And our first problem is the probability that the spinner lands on a red. There are 2 reds out of a total of 5 sections. Whoops, we're doing odds. So the odds of getting a red. So that's the number of ways it can happen, 2, to the number of ways it cannot happen, which is 3. So our odds are 2 to 3. 14, the odds of getting blue. There was 1 way to get a blue, to 4 that are not blue, so it's 1 to 4. 16, the odds of getting not V. So how many of these sections are not V? There are 4 of them. To 1 that is V, so it's 4 to 1. 18, a white or a red. The odds in favor of a white or red. The V and the X are white, and the Y and W red, so there's 4 that are red, to 1 that is not. So the odds in favor are 4 to 1. And the last one, 20, a white or not red. So there are 2 that are white and 1 that's not red. So there's 3 to 2 that are red, so 3 to 2. Number 22, we have a die basically. 6 sides numbered 1 through 6 is rolled. Find the probability of each. So the probability of getting a 1, the ways I can get a 1 on a die are 1 out of 6 possibilities. So it's 1/6. 24, the probability of an odd number on a die. The 1, the 3, and the 5 are odd, so there are 3 ways to get an odd, to 6 that are not total. So that's equal to 1/2. 26, the probability of a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. So there are 4 ways I could get those numbers out of a total of 6 possibilities, which simplifies to 2/3. And problem 30, the bag shown at the right contains 3 red, 6 blue, 4 white, and 3 green marbles. 1 marble is selected at random, that is purely by chance, find each probability. So the probability of getting a blue, you're looking at your book. It said there are 6 blues, and if we add the total that they had, the 3 red, the 6 blue, the 4 white, and the 3 green, we have a total of 16 possibilities. So it's 6 out of 16. Simplify, 2 goes into 6/3 and into 16/8. So the probability is 3/8. Skip a line, 32, the probability of a red or a green. So there's a total of 3 reds and 3 greens, so that's 6 possibilities of doing this out of 16 ways altogether. So that simplifies to 3/8. 34, use the same bag of marbles, and 1 marble is selected at random. Find the odds in favor of each event. So the odds in favor of red. How many ways can I get red? 3. To how many ways can I not get red? Take 3 away from 16, there's 13 ways I cannot get red. So my odds are 3 to 13. 36, white. My odds in favor of getting a white are 4. There are 4 whites. To how many are not white? Take 4 away from 16. That would be 4 to 12. Simplify. 4 goes into 4 once and into 12 3, so it's 1 to 3. And 38, not blue. My odds in favor of not getting a blue. Well, there's 6 blue, so if I subtract that from 16, there are 10 that are not blue to the 6 that are blue. Simplify that, 2 goes into 10 5 and into 6 3, so the odds in favor of getting not blue are 5 to 3. And that concludes the evens. Be sure you check the back of the book for the answers to the odds.